be. For God says, woman of God, I have blessed you and I have anointed you for such a time as this. Many times you doubt in yourself who you really are. You doubt the calling and the anointing on your life. But God says, I'm going to use even you, because those that shall be last shall be first, says God. And God says, I'm turning some things around so that you'll be able to do what you desire to do. For God says you desire to do more and stretch out more and do other things and plant here and plant there. But God says, I'm giving you resources that you may do what is necessary. But truly those that you have went to resources for turned you down and shut you off. But God says, I'm going to give you resources that is necessary. But God says there are many that are called to you, some sons and daughters that were supposed to be genuine sons and daughters. But God says, I'm giving you sons and daughters that have your DNA. And he says, with this DNA that they have of you, they're going to be able to take the work further. But God says, yes, you are an apostle that I have set in this area. Yes, you are an apostle that I have set in this region. And many people think it's strange to even call you apostle. But he says, in this hour, you walk, woman of God, with boldness. He said, I want you to be bold in this season and don't hold back from the things that God has placed you. There's a prophetic anointing on the inside of you. And he says, even the dreams and the visions shall come to pass. They shall speak and not lie, says the Spirit of the living God. And God says, even those that will lift their mouths against you and say things about you, God says, I will recompense and revenge and avenge your goodness that's on the inside. God says, in this hour, I am going to raise you up and I'm going to set you in a high place. But God says, don't come low for no Negro. Don't come low for anyone else. But God says, I'm setting you up and I'm elevating you in another place. And God says, before this year is out, you're going to see a double portion of his Spirit upon you as ever before. There is a mantle that is going to fall upon you. And in this season, God is adding more grace. He says, move in the grace that I've given you. And don't apologize for who you are. God says, move unapologetically into who you are in this season. Come on and give God a hand clap of praise.